I want to bring in NBC's Dasha Burns in West Palm Beach, Florida. And Charles Marino is a former Secret Service agent, former DHS senior advisor, and author of the book, Terrorists on the Border and in Our Country. Good to have both of you here. Charles, what do you make of the director calling for a paradigm shift? What does that mean? And how fast could something like that potentially be implemented?
You know, historically, the agency has provided resources along title lines, and that is former presidents were expected to receive a set number of resources, and were to come nowhere near, for example, the vice president or president. And I think that's got to change. I think recent events demonstrate that. And so now I think that shift is you've got to resource to the specific threat level. You brought the overarching threat level the country faces. We face more threats from more places than any time in our history, and that includes here at home. We know things like political divisiveness contribute to that. And so that's got to be taken into account, as do situations such as Butler, Pennsylvania. All of this increases the threat profile for the former president. And the Secret Service needs to apply the resources to their proven protective methodology of 3 concentric rings of security to achieve the mission.
So let's talk about resources, because the Secret Service got $3 billion last year, $3.2 billion this year. Director Rowe says he needs more. And here's what some Republican lawmakers said in response to his request.
That is always the solution, isn't it? Got a problem, federal government, spend more money. Well, we're $35 trillion in debt. Prioritize spending. If you think the agency needs some more money, take it someplace else. Okay, I'm not sure. Right now, I'm not sure this is a personnel problem or resource problem.
Is it resources? Is it decisions made by folks at the head office in terms of allocation of those resources? I mean, I think those are all things we need to know.
Do you think money is the answer?
I don't always think it is. In this case, it may not be. I think it's credible to question leadership and the use of existing resources. I think it's also fair to look at the current mission set of the Secret Service. They have a dual mission, an investigative mission and a protection mission. And I think it's fair to take a look at the investigative mission, such as currency for counterfeit, and you look at credit card fraud, and you look all the way up to their cyber mission. And I think there's some give and take here. I think if you want to be the best protection agency in the world, then you've got to make protection your #1 priority.
And I mentioned the campaigns are going on, Dasha. We're 49 days until the election. Kamala Harris is heading to Pennsylvania as we speak. Donald Trump is going to Michigan tonight. Vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance is already in Michigan right now. But is there any indication that Donald Trump is reconsidering his schedule?
No, and that was pretty clear, Chris, pretty much in the immediate aftermath of this attempted assassination. The campaign was pretty clear. This doesn't change his campaign schedule going forward. But he has added some events, including just earlier today, he met with the sheriff's deputies who were responsible for taking the alleged gunman into custody. He met them over at Mar-a-Lago, thanking them, greeting them. But our colleague Garrett Haake did have a chance to speak with Steve Witkoff, who is a friend of the former president. He was actually golfing with him when this took place. And Garrett asked him about Trump golfing and the exposure that might provide. Take a listen.
He's a hard guy to suppress. Golf is a great game for him. He slows down on the golf course. It's a happy place for him. And I think we all need that. And so I don't know if maybe over the next 50-something days until the election, maybe he can be convinced to lay a little bit low, but I'm not so sure.
You say you're one of his best friends. Would you try to convince him to lay a little bit more low?
Of course I would.
Well, Chris, as you know, lay low is not exactly the former president's style, although Secret Service officials do tell NBC News that golf courses in particular are difficult for protectees because they're exposed for hours at a time. There are multiple lines of sight, but doesn't look like he's going to stop anytime soon. And in fact, he's also planning, the campaign is planning for him to head back as of now to Butler, Pennsylvania in the next few weeks, the same site where he first experienced that initial assassination attempt, Chris.
Dasha Burns, Charles Marino, thank you both.